So here we are on the final part of the Alberta trip. Today we prepared ourselves for a visit to Drumheller, and before heading out we took a quick stop at Safeway to order something for breakfast. The contrast between Calgary to Banff with its incredible Rocky Mountains and Calgary to Drumheller was quite evident. We were surrounded by the flat prairies most of the road, but after we reached Drumheller it suddenly drops into a striking multi-layered desert landscape to which it makes this location well known for. After entering Drumheller, we decided to take a quick stop at the welcome sign and explore our first interaction with the unique topography. Let's go for a little hike up here, see what it looks like from the top. Okay, we're a little higher. And yes, of course I had to check out the one McDonald's they had out here, far from anywhere else as it felt, because the drive from Calgary to Drumheller met us with nothing but the prairies. Not even a gas station until arriving here, so I was very curious to see what this location had to offer. Considering Drumheller is called the dinosaur capital of the world, I was quite let down by the fact that this McDonald's location didn't play into that and make it a unique destination to go along with the theming of dinosaurs for which this place is so well known for. Our next stop was to head to the town's main attraction, that being the world's largest dinosaur structure. But before showing that, here's the local souvenir shop that offers real prehistoric treasures. Among replicas, they do also offer genuine dinosaur teeth and bone fragments, ancient insects preserved in amber, and much more. We parked a little bit further down the street since there's paid parking there, but frankly, there's plenty of parking around the town here and very close walking distance. But they do have some signs that you have to watch out for, like these ones that say resident parking only, so if you can find a street that doesn't have that, it should just be fine. And there you can already see the world's largest dinosaur statue. We didn't feel the need to go inside the structure that allows you to go up into the top and look out its jaws, but some interesting facts I found about it is that it was actually designed by NatureWorks, an art museum exhibit studio from Australia. They shipped the heavy fiberglass components across the Pacific. It opened to the public back in 2001 and cost roughly $1 million to build. Also a caution for anyone who wants to visit, you only have until December 2029 before the structure will be dismantled, ending a 28-year run. Our next stop was Horse Thief Canyon, situated about 16 kilometers northwest of Drumheller, along the North Dinosaur Trail. The canyon got its name from local lore dating back to the 19th and early 20th centuries. Legend has it that outlaws smuggling horses between the USA and Alberta would corral stolen livestock deep inside the canyon where they couldn't be seen from the prairie surface. Ranchers would notice that free-roaming horses that wandered down into the canyon would mysteriously reappear a few days later, branded entirely with a different rancher's mark. Horse Thief Canyon is also known for its highly concentrated fossil deposits. Alright, let's try to climb up here. See if it's doable. Looks like I may need to use my hands a little bit. Oh yeah, not bad at all. Here we are. Let's go to the top. The highest point, I think, that's accessible. Oh yeah, here we go. That's cool. Nice 360 shot. Awesome day, good weather. We don't have the Grand Canyon, but this is Canada's closest thing to that. Closest thing to that kind of a place. Sort of desert looking. Pretty awesome. I recommend to stop by Horse Thief Canyon. They have a few different ones. Horseshoe Canyon, I think a few more, but this was the This one had the most reviews on Google, so we decided to come here and I think it was worth it. Definitely awesome spot to stop by. Sometimes going down is a little harder than going up. Let's see if I can do this. Might have to do it a little differently on the way down, as I'm not used to climbing places like this. But I would say it's safe enough. If you take your time. Interestingly, I haven't seen any wildlife around here. There's some holes in here, as I'll show you here in a sec. You got these little caves everywhere, but nothing's come out of them. I wonder what there is. After leaving the canyon, we had one more major activity planned, and that was the Royal Tyrrell Museum, established back in 1985. It carries the royal designation from Queen Elizabeth II, who in 1990 recognized it for its outstanding research and educational contributions. Hi, we have a 2:30 reservation. Can we go in earlier or have to wait till 2:30? We have a 2:30 reservation.
No, I can just process.
Okay, and my question too is we have the Express Dig experience at 3:15.
Yep.
If we do that, can we go back to the museum?
Yeah, the museum is, the tickets are valid till you close the museum.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
So you can come back and forth.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
So the tickets, yes, they're valid till 9 p.m. We only allow bottled waters into the gallery. The closest washroom and our cafeteria will be to the wrong.
Okay.
Enjoy.
And where do we go for the dig experience?
I'm not sure is it indoors or outdoors?
It's the indoor one.
I don't know where the indoor one is.
Okay,
but
we'll
those are
look
visitor
around.
Services, they will tell you exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. Just a quick question. Is this where we meet for the Express Dig experience?
No, so for the Express Dig experience, you'll be going outside. You'll take a loop to your right. You'll see another set of doors known as the Learning Center, and there will be a big sign that says meet here.
Okay.
And that is where you want to go.
Okay.
We just ask that you show up about 10 to 15 minutes before it's supposed to start. So
Oh, good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
As we enter in the main lobby, we were presented with the first exhibit room that introduces you to the museum's home province. It features a dramatic life-size diorama of a pack of Albertosaurus moving across a lush prehistoric Alberta landscape. This room sets the stage by showcasing what the local environment looked like roughly 70 million years ago. Moving forward, you enter a gallery designed to spotlight high-interest, scientifically significant, and visually stunning specimens. This room changes periodically to feature recent, notable discoveries from the museum's active research programs and emphasizes the exceptional preservation found in Alberta's fossil beds. Next, you pass a massive glass-walled laboratory. Here you can look directly inside to watch real museum technicians and scientists carefully cleaning rock away from newly discovered bones, reconstructing skeletons, and preparing fossils for study or future display. There is also someone doing live work in the museum hall and discussing the process of what they are doing.
You can see this nice dark brown color poking through in this patch here. It actually extends up a little bit here, but it's pretty dirty up there. So, but that's generally what we're looking for when we're preparing a fossil. We're looking for a change in the coloration and a change in the texture.
After that, you enter the gallery that celebrates major paleontological milestones and the stories of the people from industry workers to amateur hikers who stumbled upon some of the world's most significant fossils. Highlights here often include exceptionally well-preserved specimens, such as the famous armored nodosaur discovered in an Alberta oil sands mine. Up next, there is the chronological tunnel, which acts as a timeline of Earth starting with origins of microscopic life and early multicellular organisms to marine life, early fish, and leading to the transition of plants and animals moving onto dry land. They also have a learning lounge where you can interact with different displays that break down the evolutionary traits of paleontology concepts. Later, we arrive to the Cretaceous Garden where you walk through a large climate-controlled indoor atrium. It is filled with living plants such as ferns, cycads, and conifers that are direct descendants or close relatives of the flora that flourished during the dinosaur eras, allowing you to walk through a physically simulated prehistoric jungle. Then we enter upon the dinosaur hall. This is the massive centerpiece and the largest room in the museum. It houses dozens of beautifully mounted dinosaur skeletons, combining authentic bones with precise casts, which as a first-time dinosaur museum I had no idea that most of the skeletons were made up of casts, and a minor part used real authentic bones. There is also a specialized look at the massive marine reptiles like mosasaurs and plesiosaurs that swam in the inland sea covering Alberta. And of course the climax of the hall features the most famous local giants, including the Triceratops and the world-renowned Tyrannosaurus Rex. The tour of the museum is not quite finished as later you arrive to the gallery displaying the age of mammals. The final historical room covers the rise of mammals after the dinosaurs disappeared. It features massive prehistoric mammals including primitive rhinos, giant cats, and Ice Age megafauna like mammoths and mastodons, bringing Earth's history into the modern era. Once we finished with the museum, we stopped by the museum shop to look at some of the items and souvenirs they offer for sale. But our day was not quite over yet at the museum. We had one final experience to get to.
Some important instructions for you. Right here, I have some safety glasses here. Now, if you wear glasses, these are the ones that you're going to wear. If you are going to dig, you're going to wear the glasses. So we ask that you grab a pair of these and then find a spot around this table. If you can't find more of those, we'll have that.
你要拿一个好，
戴眼镜就行了。
どんな
就是如果你要这个
子供サイズ？
没有你就 I'm not
Can we get more?
So those are all for everyone who's going to dig. If you have your glasses, head on in and find a spot around the table. Fantastic. So, in order to start on our dig experience, everyone has their safety goggles, yes? Yes. And I'm going to need you to keep your safety goggles on while you are in this room, because we're going to be excavating fossils, digging them up, which means that there's going to be lots of sand and dust that's going to be flying around, and you want to protect your eyes, because those are also important tools for paleontology.
Question.
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself again?
That is a great question. And this is Alex, and we are going to be your educators for today. So, now, commencing with the digging. So, in each of your tables, there are real fossils that are in these tables. And you, very soon, are going to be digging up these fossils. And we have a variety of tools at the front here that will help you do that. So,
If you'll permit me.
oh yes.
Apologies. Just a reminder, though, that the excavation process, we're doing this the same way the professionals do, which means the goal is to uncover the fossils. It is not to get them out.
Very good. Yes.
Because, oddly enough, they don't do that. Because if you pull the fossil out of the rock, it turns out the rock is the only thing holding it together a lot of the time. And you don't want to dismantle the picture. We'll look at that at the end. But, there's also the consideration that we need them for next time.
Yes.
All right, sorry, carry on.
Yes. So, come on up, grab a tool.
Make sure you get one of everything, team. What you brought me for.
始まってんのこれ、もう見えてるけど、見えてるよ。イージーすぎ、イージーすぎ。
That's okay. Well, 41 or you want to do that?
これは何なんだろうね。
Okay.
Share.
My bachelor's degree is in history and archaeology, but I also have a museum management and curatorship. So I'm in museums. I just also have
リアルでしょ
Real, huh?
リアルなんでしょ
So this.
somebody was chewing on that.
Yeah. It looks like it comes from a spiraling kind of creature like this. So it kind of spirals like this. Oh yeah.
Well, I was saying to the group on the
And as you to explain, so it's a duck-billed dinosaur, one of those guys. And it would have been this part of their femur is the one that connects to the knee. Yeah. So that is the knee bone of one of those guys.
but looks perfect.
Alright, your turn. Here we go.
This is a real deal, right?
It's a real deal.
Wow.
Real, genuine. Part of the reason why it's so heavy is because it's real.
Very cool. Real. Realness.
No, リアルの
Real. Huh.
骨。でも、ミュージアムでキャンタッチ。
You touch museum? Thought doing cast, remember? You want to touch it? Oh,
Heavy.
ちょっと
Yeah. It is.
We were so far out in the park, I wouldn't have fancied having
You're
to walk
very
down.
strong though. You're holding it pretty nicely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, right.
Feet of a type of dinosaur. We've got some dentary here, some teeth, some jawbone from something that looks like a plant-eating dinosaur.
There you go. That's a duck-billed dinosaur's finger bone. That'll work. Okay. Sorry, you were saying.
Right, our final remarks. On to our final remarks. So, you just did some amazing big work, and you did that in a controlled environment, a nice room with some AC, and it was nice. You did it for about 30 minutes. But paleontology, you have to do this outside. Do you think you could do this outside? Do you think you could do this for more than a day? Do you think you could do it for more than a week? What about a couple years? Because that is sometimes what paleontologists have to do.
Overall, the Express Dig experience was a nice little glimpse into what paleontologists do, and for the price of $10 per person, spending about 45 minutes, I'd say it's a fun way to spend part of your time at the museum and learn a little more about paleontology with this hands-on experience. Before leaving Drumheller, there was one last little interesting spot I saw that I wanted to show. So on the way back from the museum, I actually wanted to backtrack just less than a kilometer down the road because they had something that I thought was interesting here, and I'll show it to you right now. They got a very small church here, as you can see from the outside. There's actually some people in there right now. Here's a sign for the church. Seating 10,000 people, 6 at a time. You can see the scale from the people that are in it or beside it. Let's take a look inside. Wow, look at this. That's funny. Here's a view from the front. Cute idea.
Wait, this is a wall down there.
You know, driving back just made me reflect a little on how vast and empty the land is throughout Canada. Even though the country is the second largest in the world, 80% of our land is uninhabited. People worry about overpopulation, but that isn't really the whole story. Canada has an infrastructure and distribution problem too that prevents people from leaving major cities and going elsewhere. We have the physical space, but because our geography forces us into a few localized hubs, we end up feeling crowded. I don't want to get into that too much here, but it was just a little thought that I had while driving. Anyway, this is the end of the trip through a small part of Alberta, and I hope you enjoyed it and see you on the next adventure. Also, drive safe!